Overnight, we woke up to this news earlier today. 22 U.S. service members injured in some sort of helicopter incident in Syria. You ask yourself, U.S. service members in Syria, what's going on there? Here's the capital city, Damascus, down here in the lower corner. This is Raqqa, the former ISIS capital that Donald Trump destroyed while he was president. There are 900 U.S. service members, we're told, serving in 3 different bases along the Jordanian and Iraqi border here in the east and northeastern part of the country. Everything in green is still controlled by Assad. The dictator is still in charge. He's still in control of most of that country, as you see in the map behind me, with U.S. military forces and Russian forces all mixed in there now. Admiral William McRaven's a retired U.S. Navy 4-star admiral. He served as the 9th commander of the U.S. Special Ops Command. He's also the author of a brand new book called The Wisdom of the Bullfrog. Sir, thank you for your time. Good morning to you.
My pleasure, Bill.
10 of these service members airlifted out of the country. They have more significant injuries. What? We don't know. What are we doing in Syria now, sir?
Yeah, well, Bill, I mean, the fact of the matter is we still have a problem in Syria with ISIS. We've been working with the Syrian Defense Force for quite some time. I mean, ISIS is a threat. It's not only a threat in Syria and Iraq, it's a threat around the world. They are trying to be, of course, the next al-Qaeda. And so it's important that we hit them, at their home bases where they live in Syria. And so my guess is this helicopter was transporting troops from, point A to point B. The Pentagon hasn't given us a lot of information. Fortunately, it doesn't appear that anybody was killed in the accident. And we'll just have to see what the investigation turns up. Amazing that that conflict still goes on, but we're trying to keep control of it, sir. Stand by 1 second, Admiral. And Ukraine, I want to ask you about this in a moment. Kyiv's counteroffensive against Russia might be gaining some ground. Ukraine taking back 7 villages, they say, so far, as Russia responds with another round of deadly missile attacks overnight. Greg Palkot back at his post live in the Ukrainian capital city of Kyiv. Greg, how's it going?
Well, hi, Bill. We'll get to those Russian missiles first. Some were aimed here at Kyiv early this morning. We heard the sirens. They were shot down. But further south, they hit their target, the hometown of Ukrainian President Zelensky, Kryvyi Rih, an apartment building smashed there, killing at least 11, injuring dozens. Just one of a barrage of cruise missiles and drones nationwide, as Ukraine does press its new military moves against Russia. Inroads being made into enemy-held territory in the east and especially the south, where they're hoping for a breakthrough. We recently met with a top politician here on this and more. Take a look and listen.
With a counteroffensive by Ukraine against Russia in its second week, Kyiv is hoping this could be decisive, including Member of Parliament Kira Rudik, who stood by the armed forces as casualties mount.
You're just hoping that our military commanders will do their job perfectly, so we will have a minimal losses.
Now in the mix and taking some hits, armor from the West, including American Bradley fighting vehicles. Rudik thinks they're key.
It is critical that our army does have something to fight with and are not facing enemies empty-handed.
Meanwhile, last week's dam blast in southern Ukraine has resulted in flooding costing lives and damaging the environment. The Russian response to Ukrainian advances, many here think.
It was an operation by Russian forces that would have to stop us from going on a counteroffensive in that direction.
But would it stop you?
No, it would not. Nothing would stop us,
While we were conducting that interview, Bill, another funeral was being held nearby for yet another Ukrainian soldier killed in action. Sad news that day, maybe more sad news to come. Back to you.
Thank you, Greg. Greg Palkot back on the ground there in Ukraine, back with the Admiral as well, sir, and thank you for staying with us. I want to show our viewers a little bit about what Greg was talking about. Here's where his location is in Kyiv, the capital city. All the action is here in the east and southeast. Crimea down here along the Black Sea and the water. All these small little yellow circles, that's where the offensive has begun anyway. In the past hour, Admiral, Vladimir Putin said Ukraine's losses are 10 times that of Russia. No way to verify that. He says 54 tanks lost by Russia, 160 on behalf of Ukraine. He says Ukraine hit the dam with HIMARS rockets. None of this is verified. But I think what we can say, Admiral, is that this will be a slog.
Yeah, I think you've got it right, Bill. This is going to be a long, hard, tough fight for the Ukrainians. We're not talking weeks, we're talking months, maybe longer. But here's what I would offer in terms of this counteroffensive. The Ukrainians are making some progress. Yes, it's tough. Yes, they've lost a lot of fighting vehicles. The Russians have put up anti-tank traps. They've put up minefields. So this is going to be a tough fight. But they are making advances up in Bakhmut, which, of course, has been a city that they've been fighting for quite some time. And, of course, most importantly, they're making some small advances down by Zaporizhia, which is really the area they want to advance in because they want to be able to cut off the land bridge that the Russians have created from the Donbass down to Crimea. And if they can advance this axis between Zaporizhia and Mariupol, they will be able to do that. And I think that's critical for the Ukrainians.
Well, it's going to be a hot summer, right, in every way. Admiral, thank you for your time. Good luck on the book, and we'll talk again very soon. Thank you.
Thanks, Bill.